This trip will be 20 days round trip, leaving from central Pennsylvania, stopping at Badlands National Park, Mount Rushmore National Monument, a quick stop at Devil's Tower, a 4-day stay between Grand Teton National Park and Yellowstone National Park, a 5-day stay in Glacier National Park, a stop on the way home at Theodore Roosevelt National Park, and then back to Pennsylvania.
So we've had our camper since 2019 and we've been using it and everything's been working great. But one of the things we've decided to change is add some shelving in here. Just we're tired of having to pull stuff in and out, unstack and whatnot. So we're gonna put a little bit of shelving in here and just kind of maximize the space we have. So I found some lumber in my ever-growing stack of lumber and we are going to use this piece of, I don't know, pressed MDF or whatever it is, but it should be sturdy enough for what it's going to be used for. It's basically going to hold some paper towels, rolls of toilet paper, that kind of stuff. So, see what happens. So we have the shelving in. I was going to staple the supports in, but I think with how tight it fits, I think I'm just gonna leave it like that and see how it handles.
So while we work on all of this stuff, we are just keeping an ongoing list of everything that we need. I do have a grocery list. I do have a list of, necessities, a packing list. But this is just stuff as we take inventory of the camper, what we don't have and what we still need. One thing we do a lot while we camp is cook. However, on this trip, because of the nature of it, we will not be cooking near as much. While we're not using our camper, it's parked at our house. We don't really have an issue with mice or rodents or anything like that. However, we do, as experienced campers do, keep most of our food stuff in locking containers. They lock on all 4 sides. They have a seal. We have everything as far as tea, beans, different kinds of dry goods. Everything that we think that mice might get into goes into one of those or a mason jar.
Hey guys, don't mind the messy garage. I tend to do a lot of working on the side, so it gets a little messy. Anyway, we're about 33 days away from our big trip out west. And today we are going out to Harbor Freight to pick up the Predator 3500 super quiet inverter generator. I've done quite a bit of research on different generators and stuff like that. The Hondas, the Champion, different ones like that. And the most bang for your buck seems to be the Predator 3500. What that will allow us to do is when we are not connected to shore power, campgrounds, people's houses who have plugs, stuff like that, we'll actually be able to run our air conditioner, our electrical components in the camper, pretty much anything we need to run electrical will be able to be powered by this generator. It just gives us more freedom to go a lot more off-grid kind of camping, boondocking, things like that, which is what we're looking to really do. As we continue traveling, you always need to go to a campground at some point to dump or refill or whatever, but the generator just allows you to have more freedom, and that's what we like, what really attracts us to traveling. So we're gonna go pick that up this morning here, and I'll be back and we'll unbox it. So. So there is the Predator 3500 super quiet inverter from Harbor Freight. Our local Harbor Freight up here had quite a few of them in stock, but I know some people have been running into issues with them with being in stock. So, but yeah, we're gonna open her up here and see what we can find. All right, so we've got about a quarter tank of fuel. That's all I'm gonna put in for now just to get it started. And we're gonna see what happens. Well, got her running. Took a little finagling here, because as you can see here in the front, it has this starter button right here. Well, right here is the battery compartment door, and then take off and actually hook up the battery to be able to run the starter. You can also start it by pulling it, which is how I did it originally, but this is going to be a lot handier, especially for my wife and stuff. These things can be pretty hard to pull on it. Gives you a nice little stretch manual here to get it running. Yeah, let it run for about 15 to 20 minutes here. Just gonna make sure it's working good and looking good. Yeah, it's got this wheel box, so lock the wheels in place so she can't roll away on you. But yeah, all in all, I think it's a really good generator. Later on today or tomorrow maybe, or next week one night, we'll hook up to the camper and see how it runs on the camper.